What's up everyone, it's Dark Spyro here, and today I'm finally coming at you with my Blue Eyes Buster Blader deck. So strap yourself in because I've been promising this for a while, and you know me, I like to play a big boy deck, so this is a 60 card variant Blue Eyes Buster Blader deck. And if you couldn't tell from the title of this video, it's also a Galaxy deck. So if you like this video, I'd appreciate if you smash that thumbs up button and let me know down in the comment section below if there's any other variants of this deck that you want to see me try out, or of course if you want to see how to play these decks, then I'll make a separate video for some combo tutorials and test hands. But without further ado, I just want to jump on into this deck profile. Okay, I don't want to waste any of your time here because this is a really big deck, so we're going to start this off with the Blue Eyes side, of course. We are playing 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons, and to go with him, playing 2 copies of the Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon, and some people like to play 3 of them. I just like playing 2. Even though this is a 60 card deck, we could afford a third. I'm actually playing 1 Dragon Spirit of White in here as well. Again, you probably could play 2 of these, no big deal. I just like having the ratio like this, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're just going to jump straight on into the babies next. We're playing 3 Sages, which is probably your most important level 1 tuner in the whole deck. Gets you all of your other ones. So, speaking of our other level 1 tuners, we got triple Whitestone Ancients in here, an essential toolbox card for any Blue Eyes deck, of course. And to keep going with that, we also have 3 copies of the Whitestone Legend. And honestly, this is a nice little ratio right here for Blue Eyes monsters. I have obviously a lot more monsters that go with this, so I'm just going to jump right on to the next ones. So moving on into the Buster Blader portion, we have 2 copies of Buster Blader himself. Usually I play 3, but I'm only playing 2, and I'm only playing 1 of the retrain still. So instead of 2 and 2 or 3 and 1, I'm actually playing 2 and 1. Even though this is a really big deck, you're going to see why my ratios are a little off like this. I'm also playing the 3 Buster Whelp, of course. Another level 1 tuner that's a dragon, so this is great for Cards of Continents. So instead of 6, now we have 9 tuners to pitch off of it. But not only that, you can grab any of these from the deck with Sage, so it's like you're actually playing even more. And usually I like playing Wizard or Robo, or of course Dragon Buster, but Dragon Buster is gone, as we all know. So this is all I'm playing for the monsters and Buster Blader right now. We're going to move on into the rest of the monsters though, because that's just the Buster side and the Blue Eye side. So of all the rest of the monsters we're playing, a lot of them are actually 8 stars, so we're going to show you all of our 8 stars first. And let's kick this off with our 2 Chaos Dragon Levianeers. Of course, you'll see this in just about any Blue Eyes deck, no different here. We're playing 1 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Like I said, this is also a Galaxy deck. Slightly, not purely, of course. And to continue that trend here, we got not 1 but 2 Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon that just recently came out, and you guys are probably wondering, that's not going to be good in this deck. It is super amazing in this deck, and in a combo video I'll show you guys maybe next month, because I want to show off this deck and my Red Eyes deck in a bunch of test hands. You guys will probably see just how broken this guy is. The last 2 8-star monsters we're playing here are 1 Nebula Dragon and 1 Galactic Spiral Dragon. So Nebula Dragon, I've been messing with him a lot. That's nothing new. He's a light 8-star, of course. But Galactic Spiral Dragon is really great. So while this card is in your hand, if you control 2 or more light and or dark dragon monsters, you can special summon this card in defense position, but banish it when it leaves the field. And its other effect is, during your main phase, you can make all monsters you currently control become a level 8 until the end of this turn. So that's amazing to get more rank 8s out there. So 1 and 1. To finish off this little package here, we got 3 4-star monsters, all 1-ofs. I'm playing 1 Starliege Safer, another amazing toolbox card to help you get your 8 stars back. And I'm playing 1 Wyver Buster and 1 Collapse Serpent. So of course these guys are actually super amazing, because you just need to banish the opposite type from the graveyard. It's a free special on the field, and then say you have Wyver Buster out there, you banish your dark, get him out there. you send him to grave for a link or however means, then you can get to add the opposite, which is Collapse Serpent, from your deck to your hand. And with Chaos Space, once he's banished, you can bring him back into your deck. And they're only once per turns, but still, it's reoccurring resources to help you go into amazing combos each turn instead of just in one turn and having to wait a lot. I lied when I said this was it. I actually have one more thing to show you guys a part of this, and this is just my negation package here. I'm playing 3 Effect Failures, so of course you gotta have some hand traps. These are searchable off of Sage though, and of course we all know how good something like Imperm is when you just block out your opponent's monster effects on their first summon, and they're pretty much at your mercy from a single hand trap, which is really good. So that's it for the monsters finally. Now we're going to move on into the spell and traps. So I'm going to start off the spells with our draw power engine, and I'm always changing around the ratios for this. I can never sit still on what I want in here, but this is what I've settled on for now, and you're all probably going to laugh, but that's okay. This is just what works for me. So I'm playing 3 copies of Trade-In, and Trade-In is super amazing in this deck because of how many 8s we're playing. We're playing like 13 different monsters that are 8-star, so Trade-In becomes amazing. And same dealio, Cards of Consonance, I usually play 2. By usually, I mean without this engine, but with how I've been running it, Sage, the 9 tuners, and then of course Effect Failure, but that's not a discard for this. Just having Sage to be able to add any of those 9 other tuners just instantly turns this into, from a brick into, you know, free cards. So 3 Cards of Consonance for the win. And that's not all the draw power I'm playing actually. Like I was saying earlier, I'm playing Chaos Space as well. And this is one that I usually play 2 of as well. So if you guys want to try just 3, 2, and 2, I play that and it works just fine. But in this 60 card variant, I want to be able to dig deeper through my deck faster, and this little 9 card package gets me there real quickly, especially with Saryuja Skull Dread. So that's my draw engine right there. Next is the combo starters. So I'm playing 3 Melody of Awakened Dragon, and this card, again, same with Sage, just a win button. And not only this, if you open Sage, Melody, or Stone and World Legacy, or even, you know, Buster Whelp, World Legacy, yeah, you're gonna absolutely overkill your opponents. So this is a nifty little 6 card package, just 2 cards, but of course 3 each, and it's super effective. Helps unbreak your hand for Melody. I mean, you can discard any of the cards. It's not a specific monster or anything like that. So of course I like to play 3 Melody for that reason, and 3 World Legacy Guard Dragon because I'm actually not playing Needlefiber in this deck. So without Needlefiber, World Legacy Guard Dragon becomes a lot more critical if you want to do the Guard Dragon combo. So 3 and 3, absolute must. So we're going to move on into the last little section here. I'm actually playing 3 Return of the Dragon Lords as, of course, a bit of protection and great for extending because you can get your free dragon summons out of the graveyard, and when a dragon would be destroyed on the field, you can actually banish this from your graveyard and protect yourself from that. So that's really nice, like 1/2, like 1 to extend, get a body back from the grave, like a nice little monster reborn, but it's just for 7 and 8 dragons, of course. And then the other side, you can banish it, and then it just becomes a nice little piece of protection. So the last little bit of spells here I'm playing is Triple Twin Twister to help unbreak your hand, and of course to hit your opponent's back row. And what I like to do is, if I'm going into game 1 and someone's actually wants me to hit their back row and destroy it like this, I'll side these out for Cosmic Cyclone, just 3 for 3, or if you play 2, just 2 for 2. And it's always nice because, like I said, you hit a lot with Twin Twister. Instead of MST, you just hit the 1. Twin Twister hits more, and it gets you your discard, so it can help unbreak your hand. That's it for the spells though. We're going to move into the last section, which is the traps, and we'll go into the extra deck. And for the traps, I'm actually just playing 5 traps. They're all for Buster Blader, of course. My standard, triple prologue, and 2 memories package here. I like to play Flash as well, so Flash is definitely in the side deck. If you guys want to main deck it, go right ahead, but this is it. This is actually 60 cards right here, so if you can find the space, then by all means go ahead, tinker with it. There's lots of room to play around with it. That's why I have lots of 3-of cards. You could just take out a single copy and try something else. And yeah, so now we're just going to move on into the extra deck as promised. And again, extra deck, you can just side a lot of it out for different things, like if you like Needlefiber or if you don't, however. So let's get on into that. Now we're in the last part of the video here, which is the extra deck. And we're going to start this off with the Buster Blader side, like I like to. And we're playing 2 copies of Buster Blader, the Dragon Destroyer Swordsman. As always, you can play 3, but there's literally no space in my extra deck, as you're about to find out. And you got the 2 Buster Dragons here, of course. You can play 3 of him if you find the space, but like I said, this is a really tight extra deck. I'm just going to show you the Blue Eyes cards with them. So I actually have 1 Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon and 1 Azure Eyes Silver Dragon in here to tag out into. That's actually it though. I'm not playing anything else like Stardust or Moonlight, nothing like that. And just have Azure Eyes as a tag out because it's also good protection and keep bringing back say Blue Eyes or Spirit of Light, whoever you want. Now we're going to move on into all the Link monsters, because I didn't show you one that's actually part of the Buster Blader archetype, but I'm sure you all know who I'm going to talk about. So we got 1 and 2, our Guard Dragon Pisty and LP. Naturally, you need them if you want to play Guard Dragons. I'm playing Protector Whelp of the Destruction Swordsman, just because of the synergy that it has, of course, for the archetype. Being able to discard either Memories or Buster Blader, or even Whelp if you're missing a target for Chaos Dragon Levianeer. So I like having him, and if you have Buster Blader in your hand, you get a free special once you Link summon him out. So not as amazing as Christian Halki Fibrax, but I know a lot of people hate that card. So I wanted to show you guys with Protector Whelp instead of Needlefiber, but of course you can play Needlefiber just the same. And the last Link monster I'm playing is Syruja Skulldread. Nice little Link 4 here. Helps dig through our deck, which is massive, so it's super good there. And when I have space, I actually like to throw in Blackluster Soldier into this deck, so he's in the side deck. I have Chaos Ruler, the Chaotic Magical Dragon in there, but that doesn't really need to be in here with all the draw power. So this seems to be good for the Link monsters, and like I said, if you really need Linkuriboh, you can toss him in there too. If you want to play Needlefiber, go right ahead, but this is all I'm playing, and this seems to work really consistently for me, so to each their own. Now we're going to move on into the Xyz monsters finally. Okay, so the last section of my deck here is the Xyz monsters in the extra deck, and I'm playing 1 copy of Divine Dragon Knight Felgrand, and this is my ghost rare. A little flex here, I'm sorry, but I have a secret rare, but I got him, and I just wanted to show him off in a profile too, so got my ghost rare chilling there. Divine Dragon Knight Felgrand. He's a great rank 8, and his effect says once per turn during either player's turn, you can attach 1 material from this card, then target 1 face-up monster on the field. This turn, its effects are negated, but it is unaffected by other card effects. So that's really cool that you can either hit your own guys and protect, or you can hit your opponent and just absolutely stop them in their tracks. Now I'm going to show you all of the number monsters that I'm playing. I'm going to go in numerical order actually. So I'm playing my number 62 Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. Like I said, it's a Galaxy deck. I'm also playing my number 90 Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. So this is where I was saying Afterglow comes into effect. He's super amazing. You can just add it from your deck to your hand or to him as a material. And then when you negate something, you can discard it, and then you just keep comboing off. It's crazy. It's so nuts. And I'm kind of happy he's a number monster because number 97 Draglubion is also in this deck. He's a rank 8 as well. Super amazing. And if you don't know what he does, it says you can detach 1 material from this card, take 2 dragon number monsters with different names from your extra deck and or graveyard, except number 97 Draglubion, so it can't be another copy of itself. Special summon 1 of them and attach the other to it as material. Also, for the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon other monsters or declare an attack except with that special summon monster. So you can target Galaxy Lord and Prime Photon, go either way. Or the last little spicy target here, number 100 Numeron Dragon. So His effect is broken as well. You can detach one material from this card. This card gains attack equal to the contributed ranks of all Xyz monsters on the field times 1000 until the end of your opponent's turn. So, like, look at this. 1, 2, 3, and then him. So that's, like, because obviously you're not going to have both of them on the field. Either one's attached to the other if you use Linkuriboh for that. But you gotta take into account your opponent's monsters as well. But let's just say you only have Felgrand, Photon Lord, or like one or the other, and Linkuriboh out there. That right there plus Numeron is already 17. 8, 8, 16, 117. So like that's already broken damage. So if you're throwing on another 8, yeah, that 25k beat stick is looking a little scary to your opponent now. And like I said, what if you're running against somebody who's playing Galaxy Eyes? They get a bunch of 8 ranks on the field. Like it's just stacks. It's broken. You just push per game, and neat little cool package in here in the extra deck. So this is why it's super tight, and I hope you all enjoyed this deck profile. I absolutely loved building this deck, testing it out. And I'm excited to record more profiles like this. So if you liked it, I hope you might consider sticking around and smashing that subscribe button. So as always, I hope you all have a wonderful day.